So we're gonna do a little bit of breakfast now. It's around 8:44. I stopped and I'm using the break to prepare some breakfast. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. I'm taking one of these toasted, and it's a really filling breakfast, but I think it will hold me until like 2 or 3 p.m. And I'm gonna drink some of these diluted because I don't like to drink it like that. It's too much water. It's delicious, but it's too much sugar. So now I'm learning about hyperglycemia. I don't wanna be dealing with diabetes in my later years, so I'm going to dilute this with ice and water. So I'm gonna do this. Only 2 eggs is what I eat, and these are really small eggs, so it's okay. Easy and simple for me. I don't like to get too complicated with this. Okay, so now we got our egg. I'm gonna do my tortilla. I know there's healthier forms that I can buy and not that flour one, but yeah. And this Friday I'm actually going to Walmart and trying to get healthy snacks and things that I eat, like these things I want to get them off of corn or just healthier stuff to just get my body into a healthier position. But yeah, I've been learning all of this stuff that's scaring me. So I realized that you really need to take care of yourself in order to be a role model for your patients, right? Because you're not gonna talk to your patient and tell them, oh, be healthy, when you are not really being healthy yourself. So I got my breakfast and my diluted juice. So this is the happy girl right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break to eat it. And yeah, some people say that I don't know how to cook because most of the food that I eat, my mom does, and I know that I'm gonna struggle with this a little bit when I get to move by myself next semester if we are in person in school. But I do know how to cook some stuff, right? I know how to do rice, beans, eggs. I know how to do pasta, things like that, the easy stuff. I may have to learn more when I get to live by myself, but I'm also gonna eat healthier. I'm gonna eat this really quick and then I'll catch you up. Okay guys, I'm back. So I finished only one of the lectures for the morning, which I anticipated because like I took the break to the breakfast and I was, pausing it a lot in order to understand it. So I have not done the second one, which I'll probably have to finish right after the training. Now we're doing a training on because we did like a racial equity training last week, and we're just taking the time to reflect within small groups. We do this in a part of the curriculum that is called Science of Clinical Practice, and is one of the ways that we can discuss different topics that are a little bit hard to talk about, but they're needed to discuss. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and enter the discussion group, and we're gonna have some interesting conversations about this topic. Hello guys. So I finished the session on Science of Clinical Practice, in which we discussed the groundwater training that we had on racial equity. And it was a really good talk, and we finished and I was super tired, so I took my makeup off because when I put water on my face it just makes me more awake. But right now it's 12 and I just lay here a little bit because I just want to take a break, and then I'll get back to do a little bit of the lectures again before I have the review session at 1 p.m. And I know I always film the days in my life. It seems like I always film it on Thursdays, because last day in my life was also Thursday. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill here for a little bit before getting back to work, and I did take my makeup off. I might retouch it later, but it just makes me feel more awake. So I pretty much went through the review session, all of the other sessions that we had. It was a really good review of the lectures that we learned on Thursday and Friday of last week. And I took a nap also, that's why I'm like a little bit sleepy now. I took like a 10-15 minute nap. And now I'm back because I have a meeting with IT persons so that they can let me review my exam, the first one that we took, to see what I got wrong and things like that. Just note for future reference. And then I'm gonna do my actual afternoon session studying, and I really need coffee. So that's how it's going, guys. Thank you for following my day, and as you can see, it is doable. You may have to take some naps in between, but it is doable to wake up at 5 and actually gives you a lot more time to work on your stuff. Hi guys, so I just finished showering. I'm sorry if you hear background noise. It's just my family watching TV. But I finished some family time as well, so I was feeling super tired, so I decided to shower early on. It's 5 p.m. already. I finished all of the mandatory stuff that my school was doing, the review sessions, reviewing my exam also I did, and I copied every single question that I got wrong, which just confirmed that the questions that I got wrong were the ones that the lectures that I didn't have enough time to do the reviewing and the processing, which is the actual learning. Because one of my professors was mentioning today that the more work it takes you to learn something, like the more work you have to do in order to learn it, like you have to read and you have to review and do some flashcards about them, and the more time you expose yourself to the content, the more you're gonna learn the material, the more it's gonna stick to you. So I plan on doing a lot of reviewing time before the next exam so that this doesn't happen to me, because this is just ignorancy of time management errors. So I want to fix that, and I covered my whole reflections on how I did on my first exam in my previous video. You want to check it out. I go into in depth about it, but now I'm going to make a plan. I showered, so I feel better, but I was feeling a little bit tired, and I just wanted to say that the 5 a.m. routine does give me a lot of work in the morning, but it has its downside, and it is that it gets you tired. Like, at least me, it gets me tired by the early afternoon. So what I did to do that, what I did for that was just take my time to do family time, talk a little bit with my family, and now I'm going to prepare some coffee, and I showered, which made me feel better. Which is just like a new start, a new studying session. And I feel like as a medical student, I have realized throughout these first weeks as a medical student that you kind of have to have like a resistance to be able to study for these long hours, because you do have to study a lot, and you have to understand that it requires a lot of work to understand these difficult concepts, and you have to enjoy it for the most part. All right, it's true that sometimes we don't enjoy it because we're just tired, we just want to finish, but it is critical that you learn that this is your full-time job and you need to enjoy it for the most part. So that's what I try to do. I try to see the positive part of it and the interesting part of it, which gets my attention and makes me more engaged. So that's what I'm doing. And now I'm gonna create my list, and I'll share it with you guys, and I'm going to just finish up the video at 7, like I started it at 7, and yeah. So I have my new to-do list for the afternoon, and I restricted it to only 4 things. Well, this is the afternoon night study session, because I don't want to overwhelm myself, and the things here are from the other list that I had, the things that I was missing doing, the stuff that I don't have the check marks on. So this is a new one and it's less overwhelming. So I'm going to start by finishing the morning lecture, which I didn't because of timing issues. I'm gonna, this is the second lecture because we had two and I finished one. I have to finish the second one, and then I have to finish up the PBL presentation, which I already started, but I have some things to finish off, and I give myself an hour for that. It's not a really hard concept. I just have to find the right references and put it all together in the PowerPoint. I know what it is, so it's not as challenging. And then I have to do input some cards for the cardiovascular histology lecture, and then actually do my do cards for Anki, which is all the stuff that I have already added into it, practicing, which is what actually is gonna make me learn the most and I'm most excited about. So I left it for the last part, so that I can do it. Hi guys, so this is the end of the video. There's a thunderstorm going on outside. I don't know what's happening, but I finished the lecture and I'm gonna end up the video here. I still need to finish the PBL for tomorrow, like finish it up, but I'm just gonna end it up here since it's already 7 and I started the video in 7, so you can see the whole 24 hours with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment down below any suggestions that you may have, anything that you want me to show you guys in terms of you know, medical school related content, and what you wished I would have shown in this video also, so that it can give me some feedback. But I'm gonna still be doing some informational videos here and there about pre-med, about medical school, you know, references or resources. So stay tuned for that, and I hope to see you in the next video.